I'm David Thornton. Thanks for stopping by my cooking channel, At Home Fine Eating. Today I want to show you how to make my delicious apple cobbler. It is just really good stuff. Okay, let's go over the ingredients real quick. All right, first of all, I just used for my recipe one large cosmic apple. Now you could use a couple of smaller Granny Smiths or whatever you prefer, but one large apple of your choice works pretty good. You can try to make this a time or two, and if you want more apple, just add a little more to the pot. All right, so let's go over the ingredients real quick. All right, so we're gonna have a little saucepan here to cook the apples in first off. We've got a 8 by 11 baking dish to bake the cobbler in. Now we're gonna end up putting a stick of butter into the baking dish and heating it up in the oven as the oven heats up. Okay, for the apple, we're going to use the one apple, 2 tablespoons of regular sugar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, we're also going to add a half a teaspoon or around that amount of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, a dash of nutmeg, a pinch of salt, and just a little bitty dash of nutmeg, and that will all go into the apples while they're cooking. Now for the batter, we're going to use 1 cup of sugar. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3/4 cup of milk, and that will do the batter. And so let's get started with the apple. Let me peel this apple, and we'll be ready to get our apples cooking. All right, I got the apple all peeled, so we're ready to move forward. I'm going to decore it. And then we're just going to cut this up into chunks. Not too big, not too small. That's pretty good right there. And we only got to cook the apples for about 10 minutes at the most. It really doesn't take too long to get them tender. All right, we got our apple in there, so we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Two tablespoons of regular granulated sugar. Alright, and then we're going to put a good little dash, I'm saying no more than half a teaspoon. Cinnamon goes a long ways. And just a dash of nutmeg. Okay, a little dash of salt. And we're ready to put that on the stove. I'm just going to cook this for about 10 minutes at the most, just to get the apples tender and get all them juices made. All right, our apples have been cooking for 3-4 minutes. And they're getting, there's a lot of buttery, sugary sauce in there. few more minutes. They're already getting tender, but we'll let them cook for just a few more minutes. Alright, the apples are coming along really good. I got just a few more minutes. I've got the oven preheating to 350. It's about a little over 200 degrees now, so we're going to go ahead and take a stick of butter and put in this baking dish. We're going to stick this in the oven as the oven finishes preheating and melt the butter in the dish. Alright, our oven is preheated. Our apples have been cooking for about 10 minutes. They're nice and tender and juicy. And the butter is in the baking dish almost completely melted. So let's go ahead and make our batter. So we're going to take 1 cup of sugar. Three-quarters of a cup of all-purpose flour, and then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 good teaspoons, dash of salt, and let's mix that all up just a little bit. So we got all our dry ingredients. We're going to put the milk in, 3/4 of a cup of milk. I'm going to stir this all together, and it's a rather kind of thin batter, but it works great. Now we got this all mixed. It's still just a little bit lumpy, but it's fine. All right, let's go see. Let's go ahead and put the vanilla in there before I forget that. Just a teaspoon or 2. This is vanilla flavoring. Alright. Our butter's all melted. Alright, so we got everything ready. Let's put this baby together. Everything's ready. We're going to pour our batter in. Try to get all of it. Now we're going to take our apples and we're just going to spoon them, spread them out evenly. And make sure every bite has an apple in it. I know that's just 1 apple, but it seems to be enough. Won't want to be in too big of a hurry, but we don't want this to cool off either, so try to get her done and let's get her back in the oven. All right, now once all the apples are gone, let's just evenly try to spread this out throughout it. All right, into the oven we go for about 25 minutes. All right, the apple cobbler's been in there right at 23 minutes. It's starting to get really good and brown all over. I'm gonna leave it for the other 2.2 minutes and 12 seconds, and then we'll take that baby out. All right, our cobbler is ready. So let's get this baby out. You can see it's really good and browned all over. Man, this stuff is delicious. It's beyond really good stuff. It just is. All right, we're gonna let this sit here and cool for a little bit so we can handle it, and then we'll plate it up and try it by it. All right, our cobbler has cooled down a little bit where we can handle it. So let's go ahead and try some of this stuff. Scoop there. Get them apples. Alright. Now I gotta have some ice cream with this. So yep. Dave's apple cobbler. Man, I can't wait to eat this. It's extremely, really good stuff. And I hope you enjoy it if you make it. Most of all, I hope you enjoy the food. I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Once again, I'm David Thornton. I can't help myself.